In this video, we're going to talk about how to handle a new internet lead. So the new internet lead will pop into the Internet Sales Rep dashboard. You will be able to look and see who the customer is, what vehicle they're on, what source it's from, and who it's been assigned to. What you want to do first is click on the customer's name. This will open up the opportunity details. From here, you'll be able to see where the lead came from and a little more information. So this lead source was dealer.com. It was on a quick quote. So a quick quote, you can assume that the customer is looking for a price, best price for a new 2019 Nissan Maxima. If there was other information, it would be down in the comments section. Certain sources will provide additional information, such as they're just looking to see if the vehicle is available or whatnot. So in this particular example, this was on a quick quote. They're looking for a price. So in order to stop the clock on this lead, you will either need to make a phone call or send out an email. As you will see, the system already pre-schedules some activities that will need to be completed, such as a manager call and email on day 3 from when the lead comes in. This initial text that automatically populates, it does not stop the clock. This is simply a note to tell you that we need to opt them in for texting. This particular example doesn't have a phone number, so I'll show you what it does when you go to hit complete on that task. You would simply make your notes on the left-hand side, so if it has no phone number, you would just put no phone number. On the right-hand side, you will note activity. When it says complete, anytime an activity says complete, that means you do not have to worry about anything scheduling after that. This is just one single task for you to do on this customer. So once you hit complete activity, it will then remove it from your scheduled activities and put it in your complete activity history. Same thing on this example. To complete a phone call, when you would go to hit complete, normally when you completed this phone call, you can make notes here. It will automatically schedule a phone call for the next day. Now, we don't have a phone number, so the easiest thing, this is how you're going to want to do this, is instead of it saying call number 2, simply change to no phone number. That way you will not be prompted to make any phone calls to that customer in the future or until you are able to get a phone number from them. Once that's done, we would want to complete the phone call or the email. So the day 1 email is a more information email. You really don't have to do anything on this screen. You're just going to hit send email. Once we do this, this is going to pop up our email thought starter. We will have some predetermined text within the body of the email. This is just to get your thoughts going on what you want to say to the customer. Most of the time you're going to have some information that you're going to need to get back to them. So this customer came in on a quick quote, so we would just want to thank the customer for their inquiry, let them know if the vehicle is available, let them know that we are working to get a price on them for them on this particular car, and using the video that we have for our calendar, we would want to invite them into the dealership with a link to that. The thing is, once you send this email to the customer, you're leaving the customer in the new status. So we're going to go ahead and just send this email to the customer. Once that email has been sent, you will look at the opportunity details. So what I was talking about here is when the lead comes in, it will stay in the new status. Until you make contact with the customer, you don't need to change this. If you make contact, or when you make contact, you will put it into working. That is the only time that you really need to move it, unless the customer says, hey, I've bought elsewhere, and you can put it in manager review and make a note so that your manager can then mark it as a lead bought elsewhere or something like that. Now, if we want to schedule an appointment for this customer, we want to do it from the toolbar up here. We don't want to change this over here to appointment set. You simply want to hit schedule appointment. We're going to do appointment here, put the date and the time, and put your comments and hit schedule. That will then put it on the desk log for your manager. But very important that you leave the customer in new until you make contact, because that's what triggers all of your future activities. As you can see, we've got our email confirming receipt of info that is scheduled for tomorrow. As you complete that, it will then load in the next emails that will be sent to the customer. For the first 14 days, they will all be manual. After that, days 21 through 130 will be automated. But the idea is we want to be manual in the first couple weeks, because we want that's a higher buying time for the customer, and you want to really tailor those to more personal. We want to be more personal in the emails. But that's how you want to handle your day one. If this had been on a pre-owned vehicle, then you want to make sure on that day one that we're sending them a Pure Cars value report and a Carfax report within the email on that first email. So that concludes our working an internet lead out of the CRM.